from the Thebaid of Egypt and the deserts of Palestine and Syria, to the caves and cells of Mount Athos, and even beyond to the vast forests of northern Russia. These are the chronicles of the desert. Some may say, what can we learn from these desert monastics? We live in the world. They are not like us. However, while they live what appears to be a more austere form of Christianity, the passions are common to us all, and we are all likewise called to become holy, even as God is holy. It is precisely because of the odd character of their stories that we are able to see more clearly what is being taught, and in turn contemplate how we can incorporate such lessons in our own lives. Take, for example, these two stories from the Egyptian desert, which involve earthly treasure and yet offer us so much more. One day in the late 4th century, Saint Melania, a devout and wealthy woman known for giving away her riches, sojourned into the desert to meet Abba Pambo, a monk known for his great discernment. Abba Pambo sat plaiting palm leaves into baskets when Melania approached and offered him a reinforced chest filled with many silver coins drawn on a cart. "May God reward your charity," said Abba Pambo, without once looking at the chest or Saint Melania. Then turning to a young monk, he said, "Go distribute this among the brethren to the west of us, for these monasteries are poorer and are in need more than ours." The monk took the reins of the mule and cart and led it away to distribute the coins to the brothers. But Melania continued to stand by the Abba, waiting for some praise for the greatness of such a gift. Abba Pambo remained silent and continued his work. Finally, she said, "Abba, do you know how much was in that chest? It was 300 pounds of silver coins." "My daughter," said Abba Pambo, without lifting his gaze, "God, the one to whom you gave this gift, the one who holds the measure of the mountains in his balance, knows full well the weight of the chest. If you had given this to me, you would have done well to inform me about the value. But since you offered it to God, who did not even despise the 2 mites of the widow, why would you need to tell him? It is best for you to keep silent." Melania felt contrite upon hearing the Abba's words, thanked him for his kindness, and departed. But this memory she always treasured. When Abba Pambo died some time later, he left a gift for her, a basket made from palm leaves, which she kept as a great treasure the rest of her life. Then there is also John the Persian, a monk pure of heart, known for his great charity and prudence. One day, he borrowed some money from a certain monk to buy flax so that he could complete his handiwork. Soon after, a monk came from a nearby cell and asked to borrow some flax for his cloak. Abba John gladly gave away some of his flax. Later, another monk came and borrowed flax, and then again another, until all of Abba John's flax was gone. Then, the monk who loaned him the money returned. "I have come to collect the money you borrowed." "I will go and get it for you," replied Abba John. He hurried off to see Abba James, a deacon responsible for distributing alms among the brothers. Along the way, Abba John spotted a coin on the ground. It was the exact amount he needed to pay off his debt. But the humble elder did not pick it up. Instead, he returned to his cell and prayed about the situation. Soon after, the monk to whom he owed the money returned and once again asked about the debt. Abba John, deeply worried, departed once again to find the deacon to ask for alms. But seeing the coin once more, again quickly returned to his cell to pray to God for guidance. When the lender came back for the third time, Abba John responded with contrition, "This time I will certainly bring it to you." He then went back, picked up the coin, and brought it to the deacon and explained to him, "Abba, I found this coin on the ground. Please let the brothers in the area know about it in case anyone lost this coin." So, Abba John and the deacon set out and asked all the other fathers of the area to see if the coin belonged to any of them. After 3 days of searching with no result, Abba John said to the deacon, "If no one claims it, can we please give it to this brother to whom I owe some money? I was originally coming to ask you for alms in order to give to him, but I found this coin on the road instead." The deacon was astonished at Abba John's great prudence in not immediately picking up the lost coin for his own debt, but instead his heart was preoccupied with concern for his fellow brother, who might have lost the coin and could be in need of it. Such are the ways of the Desert Fathers, patient and deliberate, so as to not err. For their hearts are centered not on praise of men, nor on worldly possessions, but rather on Christ, that through their love and obedience to Him, they may instead store up treasures in heaven.